Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Westbrook. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Give to Brown. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
7, Arizona State, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
Hey, man, you're going to have to bring a lot of hats to the party to get this guy down. These big tight ends, they do not go down easy. He's able to make one guy miss, break a tackle, pick up some extra yardage.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He might want another play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Caught near the sticks. It's Westbrook. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Sun Devils are on the move. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the right. Complete on the comeback. A quick tackle made, but he's got ready for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. Moves around to clear up the vision.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They'll go with a direct snap. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And the Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking for the goal line. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a hit. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
And he does everything he can. Tries to scramble, tries to make something happen. Nice job by the defense getting him to the ground. Down by more than a field goal. Interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the running back. Quick spin on the line. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll try the right side. There he goes. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds and a perfect way to wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you, but
picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Here's the handoff. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught behind the line. It's Brown. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Got it, looking for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Sun Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's caught. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Irish! Fitted in the window for the score.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eye.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Westbrook.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He wants to go deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
the drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Brown has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Finds a man on the left. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the ground with the back. Fights off the defender. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish back on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads it left. Got a man. It's Martin. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that. But
breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Makes the grab over the middle. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Missouri came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Power football with the run. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Unloads it downfield. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
That is a nice job by the defense in a sudden change type situation. The play before, you just gave up a big completion down the field. So you've got to try to stop the bleeding right away up front. The pass rush comes through for you to create a negative play.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Looking left. He's got it. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throw.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the beatdown has ensued.
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner is stopped. This drive will open from the 15. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense. Big guy tries to barrel in, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Arizona State.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Westbrook. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Got his man on the right. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. He makes the grab. He goes out of bounds, and that'll take us to the start of the fourth quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
You got two, Banner.
Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum, gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the Sun Devils will have it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Stick.
Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
It'll be 3rd and long. Just feeds the running back. He just refused to go down, kept finding space and picked up 7. It'll be 4th and 1. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field.
Cooler 18. Here we go.
Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Jackrabbit.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. There he goes to the left. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone.
Pound 55 sweep.
Now on the move. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
44, Arizona State, 3.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And the Sun Devils send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quarterback keeps it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Picks up the first down. At the 45 on his way. Racing down the left side. 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Fires on the move. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's